Good morning and welcome to what's going to be a very relaxing day here in Osaka, Japan. Today we're going to check out Osaka Castle, and the gardens are absolutely beautiful. It is a chilly winter's day here today, but the scenery is absolutely amazing. It is beautiful. Wow. By the way, I forgot my sunglasses today, so sorry about my squint. But today's my first full day in Osaka. And in yesterday's video, I took the high-speed train from Tokyo to Osaka, and my immediate opinion wasn't that great. And my hotel is in, I think it's Dotonbori, I think that's how you say it, but like the Namba area, and that area is it's interesting. So go and watch yesterday's video if you want to see my immediate opinion on Osaka, because it's definitely not the same as Tokyo. So today I'm going to get out of that area and go and see what Osaka has to offer, because it's still Japan, and I love Tokyo and I love Japan, but I can't love Japan if I only love Tokyo. Do you know what I mean? I have to like other places too. So this place has a lot of history, and it kind of reminds me of the Imperial Palace in Tokyo, but I'll tell you some history in a second because it's very, very interesting. Maybe a very unlucky castle. Just an example of the history. This gate was built in 1626. It's extremely old. It's the Cherry Gate, and it says that the two blocks, the huge stones on both sides of the gate, are known as this, which means dragon and tiger stones. The legend says when it rains, an image of the dragon and the tiger appeared on the stones, which I guess is here. So wait for it to rain and you'll see the dragon and the tiger. There are so many tour groups here. It's pretty amazing to imagine what people were doing here 500 years ago. Yeah, this place has over 500 years, almost 500 years of history. And now people just come here and take pictures and post them on Facebook. It's pretty amazing. But this place is absolutely beautiful. It's so nice, and we have a very nice weather day today. It's a little bit chilly, but it's okay. We're almost in December. Oh, by the way, today's Thanksgiving, so you're probably going to watch this a week, 10 days after I film it. But yeah, today's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. I'm not American, by the way. A lot of people think I am, but I'm not. So they have the famous vending machines over here. These are absolutely everywhere in Japan, and I'm pretty sure these have been here for 500 years as well. So if you're wondering about the prices, someone asked me about the prices. So 170 is about $1.10, and then the Cokes go up to 200. And this is the prices in these ones are a little bit high. So if you go like on a random street, like back alley, you're gonna get them for like 100, maybe 120. But yeah, in the touristic areas, sometimes they get up to 200. So yeah, these have been here for 500 years as well. But this place is incredible. I'm telling you, like if you're European, like come to Asia. Like it's so different. There is nowhere like this in Europe. And I mean, it depends what you like, you know, because in all of the European countries that I've visited, so many churches. And we are surrounded by the big city. We are right in the heart of Osaka right now. And I love the fact that they preserve stuff like this. Like, I wonder if we come back in 1,000 years, will this still be here? It's fascinating to think about, because of course we're building all the time and there's always construction everywhere. So I think eventually someone will try and buy this. Like, we want to build here, we can make so much money, but you know, like money can't replace like history like this. Just incredible. Wow. I love the Japanese cars and vans. They're so small. Look at that thing, it's tiny. So before I came to Osaka, I spent 7 days in Tokyo, and then I spent 3 days in a camper van traveling all over Japan. It was so much fun. So go back and watch those videos if you want to, because it was a very, very special experience. There's a lot of school kids here, which is great. It reminds me of me going to see the Tower of London when I was a school kid. So a little bit of history about this place. By the way, I'm not going inside, and that might be a little bit controversial, but I'll explain it in a second. So it was originally built 1583 as a symbol of power and ambition by Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Hopefully I said his name correctly, but yeah, 1583, almost 500 years old. And in 1615, the siege of Osaka, it was destroyed, and then it was rebuilt 1620, and then lightning stroke, and it burnt down 1665. And the structure that stands here today, which is this, it was rebuilt in the 1930s, featuring modern materials such as concrete, while preserving its traditional appearance. It underwent further renovations in the 1990s, transforming it into a museum showcasing the castle's history. So, it's not even that old. The history, there's so much history here, like almost 500 years of history, but what we see today is not that old. So, I read so many reviews online, and I would say 80% of them said you don't need to go inside just because it's a replica, like that's what it is. And it is very, very impressive, it's very, very beautiful, but it is not 500 years old. And from what I read online, this is very steep, by the way. Like, I thought I could like walk over there, but it's literally just like a drop off. So I need to go back down. So yeah, from what I read online, a lot of people just said, go and see the grounds. The gardens are massive, like it's so beautiful. Outside the castle, you don't need to go inside because it's just a museum that's not even that old. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go inside. Don't get me wrong, it is very, very impressive. It is very impressive. And I'd like to think that what we see today definitely resembles what was here 500 years ago, but it definitely takes away a little bit of magic knowing that it's, what, 80 years old? Yeah, not quite the same. Not quite the same. It's massive though. It is huge. I swear, as soon as I said I'm not going inside the castle because it's not that old, the wind picked up. It's freezing cold, but the Japanese schoolgirls, they still wear skirts. Never ever seen a Japanese schoolgirl wear long pants. So I guess whatever the weather, but the view from here is amazing. Wow. It's incredible. I've been to a lot of historic sites, and of course I understand things need to be renovated, things need to be, you know, looked after and fixed, whatever. And I always wonder like how original stuff is. And when you see something that's like this, 500 years old, but they had a renovation like 50 years ago, and the museum was only put in like 1990s, it really makes you wonder like how original stuff is. And the history is amazing. Like, you cannot beat the history. Like, it's just incredible. But like, did it look like that 500 years ago? You like to think so. You really like to think so. And yeah, I still like to think about what people were doing here. And this stuff needs to be preserved, like it needs to be. So I understand that there needs to be renovations and they need to take care of stuff because, you know, today we recycle everything and we don't build things to last. And yeah, I feel like in 200 years time, nothing built today will be around because, you know, we don't build stuff to last anymore. We just build stuff as quickly, as cheaply as possible, and it's not going to last that long. So this area just north of the castle, apparently this area was built to look like a mountain village, and it's really cool. It's beautiful. And this is where the guy that built this place, this is where he had tea parties, and this is where he had flower shows, which I don't know how they know that. How do they know that 500 years ago they had tea parties here? How do they know that? I don't know. But also the guy that founded this place, his assistant and his son, when I guess the castle was taken over, both of them took their own lives here. Apparently it was in this side of the castle, but it's beautiful, incredible. I'm always interested when they say things like that, like this is where they had tea parties. How do they know that? How do they know? It's like when I go to a museum and I see like a pot and it's like they used this to drink tea from 1,000 years ago. How do they know it was for tea? How do they know it wasn't soup or water? Like, how do they know it was for tea? I don't know. This place is cool. They have a little train ride. They have a boat ride as well. Christmas has arrived in Japan. Christmas music everywhere you go. I love it. It's not even December yet. When you don't know what the words say, you look at the picture, right? And I thought this was no whistling, but I assume it means make sure your dog is on a leash. But this one, no idea. This might be the fanciest lost cat sign I've ever seen. I assume that's what it is. Wow, usually it's like a piece of paper around a lamppost. Fancy. It is beautiful. It's so nice. Wow. So I only have a few more days of cold and then I'll be flying to a hot country finally. So very, very excited about that. But channel members already know where I'm going. So become a channel member to see the videos before everybody else. And people on Instagram also know where I'm going. So follow me on Instagram to keep up to date with me, because I don't post the videos the same day that I film them. So I post every single day on Instagram. Look how deep that is carved into there. Look how deep that is. How do they do that? Wow, that's so cool. So over there is the Osaka Joe Hall. They do sumo in there. And the next concert in there is Green Day, one of my favorite bands. So this gate here, originally built 1620, and it was rebuilt after a fire 1868. But this one was rebuilt in 1969. So not that old. We are going to see one more thing on the grounds of the castle, the plum forest. This is the plum forest. Unfortunately, not the right time to see anything, because all of these trees, they're in winter mode, so all the leaves have gone. Still very nice, but yeah, I bet it's beautiful in the springtime, because all of these are plum trees. I feel like I'm in a video game and I'm trying to beat the level. I'm trying to find some clues or something. So I just decided to sit down for a minute, just relax. But a guy just started cutting the grass as soon as I sat down. But I have to show you what he's doing, just because this really shows you what Japan is all about being polite and yeah, being caring, and this just wouldn't happen anywhere else. So he's cutting the grass, and his friend is holding up a shield. I guess so nobody gets hit by the grass or the leaves or whatever. I think that's very, I like that. I like that. You won't see that anywhere else. Stuff like this just blows my mind. Like, do not enter the fence. Like, I'm an English teacher, okay? I taught primary school kids English, and why wouldn't they check to make sure the translation is correct before they had the signs made? Because I'm sure they had like 200 of those signs. Like they didn't just get one made. So surely, like, you don't even have to ask a professional. Just ask someone whose native language is English, and they will tell you, no, the translation is not okay. It's I just don't get it. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like I said, you don't even need to ask a professional. Just ask anybody that speaks English, and they will say, no, the translation is not okay. Do not enter the fence. Doesn't make sense. But why? Look at all these kids. Wow, so many people here. So by the way, the ticket's only like $5 to go inside, $5 US. So go inside if you want to, but yeah, from what I read online, you don't really need to. So I didn't just want to go in just for the sake of it, but yeah, if you want to go inside, go inside. Just before I go, maybe some people will be interested in this. They have a light show here. It's called Illuminage, and it runs from the 15th of November to the 16th of February. 2,000 yen for tickets, and it looks really cool. Looks like the whole place lights up. Illuminage. That was Osaka Castle, beautiful inside. It opens at 9. Come here at 9 because it's 11 o'clock right now and there's so many people going in. So come here as early as you can. Our next destination is 2.5 miles away. It's going to take about an hour to walk there. Of course, there's the metro, but you know me. I like to walk just to see what I find along the way. So if I find anything interesting, then I'll let you know. I found a donkey. We're going to get some chocolate. Welcome to Donkey, the store that has absolutely anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything you want, they have it here. But we just want chocolate. Where's the chocolate? there is absolutely nobody here right now. If you go to one of these in a tourist place, so like where Namba is, Dotonbori, I think that's how you say it anyway. There's a big one there, and it's like 8 stories, and it has everything, but it's so packed. Like literally you're walking around like this just because there's so many people in there. And the one in Tokyo is massive, but so many people in there. But yeah, you can get absolutely anything you want to in here, and it's tax-free. Tax-free. And of course, Pokemon. See, where can you get Pokemon and a rice cooker in the same aisle? So one thing you will find is like crazy flavors of stuff. One thing is Kit Kat. So in Japan, Kit Kat is extremely popular, but there's so many strange flavors that you just don't see anywhere else. Let me try and find some. Look at this big whiskey. Oh my gosh. Look at that, 37%. That is massive. And if you're wondering, 4 liters of whiskey, $20 US, $20. So here's the Kit Kats. Like, I don't know what that one is. Strawberry Kit Kat. Don't know what that is. Green tea maybe. Here's milk tea. Here's orange. Look at that. I've never seen like a see-through can before. That is sick. I got some almond chocolate and I got the strawberry sparkling water just because it looks cool. One thing that's extremely hard to find in Japan are trash cans. So you can usually find them next to the vending machines or at convenience store like 7-Eleven. I'm just walking down the street and there's so many of these. And the map says they're temples, but I don't know if I'm allowed to go in. Like all the gates are open, but I think they're cemeteries. It's beautiful in here, but yeah, I don't know if it's like open for the public. I guess it's open for people to like come and visit, but yeah, beautiful. But there's so many of these on this road, and they have big gates like this. But yeah, they're all open, so I don't know if it is a temple or if it's just a cemetery. Don't know, but really cool. I'll put a screenshot here of the map. This is exactly where I am, and you can see all the temples, and they all look like that. Like, I don't know if they're all like cemeteries or not, but yeah, there's so many of them here. It smells so good, but no, not gonna do it. Almost there. This area is extremely peaceful. It's so quiet, and life is just so fascinating because like you see a human being, they're no different from human beings like the other side of the world, which I know it sounds stupid, but once you travel so far away from home and you see people like living their lives, it's just like this guy. Like, he has problems just like everybody else. He has the same problems as people 10,000 miles away. Like, we're all just human beings, you know. Like, it's pretty strange, like when you travel and you see like a delivery guy, he has exactly the same problem as a delivery guy in London. Like, they complain about the same stuff. I'm sure they like the same stuff about their job. All Japanese people, I feel like their parking is like top tier because the parking spaces are so small, but also the cars and vans are so small as well. But yeah, I'm just fascinated with like, I'm so lucky that I get to travel. Like, I don't take anything for granted. Like, I'm so thankful. And I know that I'm so lucky to just wake up and like explore new places, but it just makes me think about so much stuff. I keep seeing these signs everywhere as well. Designated disaster evacuation site. I don't know what situation you'd need to go there, but they're everywhere. So just another quick word on what I was just talking about. Like, I'm so grateful, like I'm so thankful, you know. And like, don't get me wrong, like I work hard, but I work hard in a different way. But like, I can't believe, like, my life is such a fantasy. Like, I know this could all stop in a second. I understand that. So I don't take it for granted. But yeah, like, this is the one time in my whole life I'm gonna walk down this street and this is somebody's house. They walk down here every single day. I just think that's amazing. Absolutely incredible. And yeah, I don't take it for granted. I smile every day. I'm happy every day. I try to be happy every day. But yeah, I hope that you enjoy watching my videos, and hope that I bring a tiny little bit of joy to your life when you watch these videos, hopefully. There's our first monk sighting. So that is the red tower that I was looking for. This place is so cool. There's other kids here on their field trips, but it's so peaceful here. And yeah, we're not going to go inside. Looks like there's a ceremony or something going on. There's a lot of monks hanging about, so yeah, we're just going to look from the outside. I haven't even told you the name of this place, have I? It is Shittenoji Temple. I'll put it on the screen because I'm probably saying it wrong, but it was founded in 593. But again, it was rebuilt a few times because of wars and fires. So I'm not quite sure what I just did. There's 4 of those wheels, and I might just turn it. It might say turn this for a million years of bad luck. I don't know. This stuff is just so cool. The detail is just amazing. Wow. Very nice flowers. Wow, it's beautiful. This is really cool. You can get a memorial candle, 600 yen, and it says you can write the name on the candle, which you can see from those ones. But it says if you tell them the date, then they can light the candle on that date, or you can light it today. It's up to you. So that's cool. So they can save the candle until the date that you choose, or you can light it today. That is a cool tree. Look at that. These guys are absolutely ripped. They have definitely been in the gym. Wow. We can see inside here. This place is absolutely beautiful. There's the red tower I was talking about. It's spotless inside. So cool. Wow. Alright, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a bell in there and they keep dinging it, and every single time I press record they stop. There you go. That is the first time I've recorded it. I've pressed record like 10 times, and every single time I press record they stop. But yeah, there's a bell in there. The monks having a party. Just found another funny sign. It says, do not feed the pigeon. The pigeon. Just one, not even plural. In my mind I just see like one pigeon that just terrorizes this area. Don't feed him. There's only one. Him, don't feed him. See, can you see the other wheels here? Let me just spin this one just in case this one is good luck. There you go. Now I have good luck. So I'll give you an example of how my Chinese skills can help me in Japan. So I see so many kids going inside there, and up there it says that this is a Zhongxuexiao, which means middle school. So this is a middle school. So like I said earlier, sometimes Japanese and Chinese, they use the same characters, but it's a different word, like it's a different pronunciation, but the meaning is the same. So I can read it in Chinese, I know the definition in Chinese and Japanese, but I can't read it in Japanese. Does that make sense? We are going to walk to our next destination. It's about 20 minutes away and I can see it. It is right there, that tower right there. Here is one thing you never ever see in Tokyo, graffiti. So tomorrow is going to be my last full day here in Japan, and I've been making a list of differences between Tokyo and Osaka because they are extremely different. Like, Osaka's not what I expected at all, so I think in tomorrow's video, before I leave Japan, I'll compare them a little bit because I was very surprised. That is where we're going. Let's check it out. Let me get out the road. I definitely did not expect the tower to be in an area like this. It's so built up. Wow, that's a cool shrine. But yeah, I expected this thing to be, I don't know, like next to skyscrapers and like downtown, but it's not. We're gonna see the tower, but there is a Pringles store. What? I've never seen a Pringles store in my life. We gotta check it out. Well, what a disappointment that was. I thought they'd have like crazy flavors and stuff. Who is buying a Pringles polo shirt? Who is buying that? I don't know. The hats were pretty cool though. Hats were pretty cool, but yeah. Pringles store, 1 out of 5. Let's go up the tower. So this place is very, very confusing. It's so built up, but I've been told to go down here. So I do already have a ticket. I'll tell you in a second how I got the ticket, but I thought I would be going up. Why am I going down? So I forgot to tell you what the name of this place is as well. It's on the screen because I can't say it. But this is cool. Wow, wow, wow. So they have a slide here. There it is, look at that. So you can go to the top and you can slide down. They also have a dive. I'm not too sure what that is. And they have observation, like you can walk on the outside of the tower, I think. It's very, very confusing, this place. So that's what you can do. You can walk outside. There's like a dive thing. And of course the slide. Welcome to 88 meters up. This is sick. Wow. Very lucky to have a clear day today. Everything's so gold. This is so cool. Wow. Wow, look at that. Way over there is Universal Osaka. What a view. Do you know, it's funny that I'm saying, wow, what a view, look at the buildings, but like man-made stuff, no. I want to see mountains, like nature. It's crazy though, all of this is man-made. I'll be completely honest, before I came up here, I was gonna say don't come here because it's chaos. Like, it's so disorganized and it's very, very confusing. Even like outside, like how to buy a ticket and then getting inside, and like there's so many lines, but it's like so disorganized lines, you know. But anyway, the view's amazing. Like, the view, no doubt about it. Everything up here is gold, and there's a lot of Buddha stuff. There's Buddhas everywhere. If you want to get a coin, they're sold out, but restocking is undecided. They haven't decided if they're going to put more coins in or not. So we're going to check out the downstairs. Not too sure what's down here. Oh no, it's just the same. Who is this guy? I see this guy absolutely everywhere. Who is he? I don't know. There's a party up here. Wow, disco. Disco, disco. So this Glyco, man. So it's right next to my hotel. And when I arrived, I was like, why is everybody like doing the pose and like taking a picture with that? But I didn't realize until later when I did some research that it's super duper famous. So I didn't know that. Made it back outside. It is chilly. I would not want to see this place on a busy day because today's not even that busy and it's crazy up there. So this is the street level, and like one of the ticket offices is there, but if you want to do the slide, then the ticket office is down there, and like if you want to do the dive, then it's somewhere like it's very, very, very confusing. And it seems like there's no workers here like to tell you like what's going on. 7:30. So this area is called Shinsekai, and it looks really cool. Looks like there's a lot going on, so we're gonna try and find some food here. I am gonna try and find some ramen down here because it's cold and ramen will keep me warm. There's a McDonald's there. Anybody that goes to McDonald's in Japan is a criminal. There's delicious food everywhere. Don't do it. Let's see what we can find. It's so lively down here. Wow. There's so much seafood here, and something just caught my eye. Look at that burger. Look at that. Oh my gosh. 6. Look at those big poke balls. Wow. That is an alcohol vending machine. That's the first time I've seen one of those in Japan. What are the prices? $2.20. That's like $1.40. Wow. And then right next to it is the cigarettes. Cigarette vending machine. I don't know how you stop like a 10-year-old doing it, but you know. So I've said before that I'm not that adventurous with food. Like I only had sushi for the first time in my life like a week ago in Tokyo. So there's a long line here. And I was like, what are these people waiting for? It's octopus. So I'm gonna try it just because I've never had it before. So I don't think I'm gonna like it, but let's try. All right, here we go. I don't think I'm gonna like this, but I'm gonna try. It's actually not bad. The sauce inside is absolutely delicious. There's not much octopus, which I think is a good thing. It's very chewy. It does taste like fish, but it's very, very chewy, but the sauce inside is delicious. So there's a look at the octopus inside. It's just a little piece, but actually I wouldn't say it's delicious. I would say it's okay, and I don't want to eat it again. We're gonna walk about 30 minutes to the area that my hotel is in, Dotonbori. There's a lot of cool things around there, so let's go. It is currently 3:15, and something that still shocks me is kids going to school and going home by themselves. And literally as young as like 5 years old, they take the train by themselves, and it's just incredible. And this shouldn't be a shock. Like, every single kid in the world should be safe enough to go to school by themselves, but they can't. Like, it's as simple as that. It's a sad reality that kids can't do that, but here it's a strange thing to see, to be honest. Like a tiny, yesterday I saw like two 10-year-olds. They were happy, like no one even looked at them, no one even gave them any notice, because it's a completely normal thing here, and it should be a normal thing. And I wish it was a normal thing, because kids should feel safe. But here it's pretty strange seeing tiny kids taking the train by themselves. There are so many maids down the street, literally like 100. Wow. So the reason I haven't gone into a maid cafe is because you're not allowed to film inside, and of course I want to document my experience to show you what it's like. But yeah, I don't know if I should feel bad for those girls or not, but there's a lot of them. I talked about it in one of my Tokyo videos when I went to Akihabara, because there's so many maid cafes there, and the streets are literally lined with girls from the maid cafes. And are they just waitresses? Like, are they just servers but they work in a maid cafe, or is it something else? I honestly don't know. Like, is it a dream job? Are they super happy? Are their parents so proud of them? Maybe yes. I honestly don't know. Or if they're just servers, I don't know. That whole building there is an arcade. They have claw machines, they have racing machines, they have everything you can imagine in there. 6 floors. Welcome to Dotonbori. Very crowded. Oh, so many people. So this area has a lot of shopping, a lot of food, delicious noodles. This is where I had ramen yesterday. Kamakura. Absolutely delicious, highly recommend. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Is that crab? I don't know. There it is. I had no idea it was so famous. My hotel's literally down the street, and the first day I came here, everyone was taking a picture. I was like, why? Like, what is that? But there you go. Glyco Man. And Osaka has some canals, which is really cool. We're gonna go catch some Pokemons. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Now, I used to play Pokemon on Game Boy. The problem is I don't know the new characters. I only know like the first 100 or something, so there's a lot of these that I don't know. These are like the originals. I love Pokemon so much. There he is, Pikachu. But these ones, I don't know who they are. because these are the new ones. So it's like a dog. Don't know. Like, I don't know any of these ones because they're on like the latest games, I guess. That is definitely a dog. That is not a Pokemon. Oh my gosh, there's so many. This huge Pokeball. That is so cool. Ooh, I know this guy. He's called Ghastly. He's a ghost. Don't know. Ooh, different Pikachu. He's a Snorlax. He just sleeps all the time. I just spoke for 10 minutes with the lady that works here. The cutest little lady I've ever seen. We were talking about, like, she said exactly the same thing as me. She was like, the first game has like 150 Pokemon. Like, I know all of those, but the new games, like, I don't know. And she was like, yeah, like, I agree. Now there's like so many, she doesn't know the name and all this. This stuff is just sick. Like, look at that. That is so cool. You can literally get like snacks, you can get clothes, you can get socks, of course toys, chopsticks, bowls, like literally anything you want with Pikachu on it or Pokemon, you can get it. It's amazing. Like waffle maker. Another cool thing they have is Pokemon Cafe. Yeah, you can go and eat Pokemon food. I saw it online. They have like pancakes that are like Pikachu on it. It looks really cool. This place reminds me of Harrods in London. Look at all these people. That is craziness. That is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this chill day in Osaka. Tomorrow is my last day in Japan, and at the end of tomorrow's video I'm going to tell you where I'm flying to the next day. It's going to be hot. No more cold, no more jacket. I'm so excited. Hit subscribe if you want to follow my adventures. Please hit the like to tell me that you enjoyed this video. Write me a comment. I reply to every single comment. Thank you so much, channel members, for supporting me. Channel members watch the videos before everybody else. They already know where I'm flying to next. Thank you again for watching. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.